Hello and welcome to National Podcast Post Month here on the Odd Dad Out Podcast. I am your host as always, Adam Higgins, the Odd Dad Out, and I am trying to do 30 episodes of this in 30 days. However the hell I managed to pull that off, we will see. So, I'm just going to say, funny thing happened while I was shaving today. And, okay, I should back this up. A funny thing happened, and then I shaved, and then it reinforced what I thought. So, going back to my dental work that I had done recently. You know, again, they pulled 3 teeth out, and they're all upper jaw they're all upper in the more sinusy area. And apparently when they were working on them, they were having to be very particular and very careful not to puncture the sinus walls, which apparently is totally a thing that can happen. And apparently there is a bone grafting type procedure where they actually open up your sinus cavity and implant bone in there to thicken up that sinus wall. Anyway, apparently I have a connection between my teeth now and my sinus cavity and my nostrils, I guess, because I have a zit like right near the corner of my mouth. You know how you get them. You just get a little zit right there, kind of on the corner of your mouth. And I haven't shaved in a few days. And so I couldn't really work, try and pop it or anything. And it's one of those things when you don't have front teeth, you don't have anything to apply pressure back. So I'm sitting here trying to squeeze this thing. I can't get to it. And then again, I got whiskers and crap in the way. So it's a really hard time working this thing. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and shave so that I can at least have a clean surface to work with, get all the whiskers out of the way so I can sit there with like tweezers or something and try and pop this thing. I'm not having to pull hairs as I'm trying to pop this stupid zit. And so I'm trying to shave. And, anybody who's ever shaved their face, you kind of do that whole puff your cheeks out thing to kind of make a smooth, tight surface for you to shave with or shave across. And, I'm doing that same thing. And, you just sit there and puff out your cheeks. That's it. And you just try and make it as puffed out as possible so that you just have that big bulbous cheek to shave, and it's nice, clean, smooth shave, and great. Okay. And do the same thing with your upper lip, and you poof out your upper lip. Now, I will say it is infinitely more difficult trying to shave when I don't have front teeth in, because there's just no back pressure. The only pressure I have on my upper lip to shave with is puffing out my lip, which now appears to be a problem. Because as I was trying to puff out my cheeks to shave and to pop this zit, it kept deflating. I'm sitting there, great big breath, and then it would deflate. And I can hold my breath at my chest. I'm not saying I can't hold my breath, but I'd sit there and try and puff out my cheeks, and I don't know if that came up on the mic, but it basically, and I can feel it, as I try and puff out my cheeks and put all that pressure inside my mouth, all of the air goes up through the not yet completely healed over holes where my teeth were, where they did the bone grafts and all that stuff. Well, I guess there's at least a little bit of airspace there still, because when I try and hold my breath, it goes up and out my nose, which is a really weird feeling. And I wasn't sure. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why can't I puff out my cheeks? And I was like sitting there, and every time I try, I was like, am I doing something wrong? Is there something like it's leaking out the corner of my mouth or something? I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? And I pinched my nose. And I pinched my nose, and hey, it held up. Okay. It's coming out my nose. Weird. And it just as another further test, as soon as I let go of my nose, there goes everything out. Blows it out like a balloon. And so fuck, this made shaving so much more difficult. but like sitting there having to pinch my nose closed just so I could sit there with like puffy cheeks to shave and all that. Like, the weirdest feeling. Honestly, I don't know how, like, I'm pretty sure it's not good for me to be like puffing out my cheeks and the air going through that hole and all that crap. It's a really weird feeling. But yeah, I apparently can't hold my breath like that right now. I'm hoping, really hoping, once everything is completely healed over and the gaps are closed and everything, that will go back to normal because it's a really weird feeling. And it's so difficult. It's hard to shave or to pop a pimple on my face without being able to puff out my cheeks like that or any of that stuff. Or without my teeth, it's difficult. Without being able to puff out my cheeks, it's nearly impossible. So I'm really curious how this is going to go. I'm, again, really hoping that once this heals over, I'm good. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because it was silly and it was weird. I'm like, yeah. All right. That's it. Short show today. Just wanted to share that story. Remember, you can get all these episodes and everything odddadoutpodcast.com/NAPODPOMO 2019. I'm getting better at saying it. I think so. And while you're there, you can just subscribe to the show, subscribe to just this feed, follow me on the socials at odddadout, buy some merch, buy me a coffee, whatever the hell the things you want to do. I don't have a guarantee for this weekend. I may not even be able to drop anything this weekend. We'll see. I'll let you know more tomorrow. But until then, oddballs, thank you and good night.